All right, family, welcome to another Wednesday Reads. This is Jonathan Soul speak with you now. We're going to cover a book that's really hot right now, something that you could say is disrupting the comic book, the indie comic world. We're talking about Harriet Tubman, Demon Slayer. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, man, that's a real book. Trust me. And I got my e-copy, and it was written and created by David Crownson and gorgeously illustrated by Courtland Ellis. All right, let's get into this book as I turn my noisy phone off. All right, so Harriet Tubman. When I first heard about this, I was like, "Hey, word, y'all." You know what I mean? At first, I was a little taken aback. You understand? But once, just like anything else, once you actually get into the book, you're like, "This is okay." I see what you was trying to do. I see what you was trying to do. So the book opens, as you would expect it, on a plantation at night. Why at night, you ask? Because the enslaved Africans is trying to escape enslavement. You know what I mean? So we see Papa, quietly waking up his daughter. And I was like, hush, honey, now's the time. We talked about this, yada, yada, and everything. And so they sneaking out. And I got to tell you, I felt a little stress going through these first couple of pages. I don't know why. I know why. The epic memory is a trip. But I felt a little stressed. So I'm reading through the book. Okay, we sneaking out. You know what I mean? Don't step on a twig. So they go out to the woods and everything. Now, I'm not going to show you the whole book. Why? Because I want you to go and support this artist. You know what I mean? There's an interview that's coming up on jonathansoul.com of David Crownson. And it's a terrific. All my interviews are great. This one is great in particular because there's a Star Wars connection to this writer. And you say, what? Yeah, The Force Awakens. No, it's Rogue One or The Force Awakens? I think it was a Force Awakens connection to this comic. And so go to Jonathan Soul. Let's see, the interview should be up. Okay. I might as well just look it up for you right quick. It should be up, let's see, it should be up 27. So it'll be the first Sunday in June, it'll be up, 2017, first Sunday. It's a short interview. Brother was busy and everything. He was kind enough to squeeze me in, but it's a terrific interview. And so he talked about the comic. He's an actor, okay? And it's a very, very interesting story that he has to share. All right, so let's keep going. No more sidebars. Let's get right into it. So, so they tiptoeing, you understand, through the yard and everything, going through the woods. And I'm not going to tell you everything, but somebody steps on a twig, crack, they turn around. Ain't this nothing? It's some slave catchers, a.k.a. the police, that popped up and is like, yo, where y'all going? Yeah, I don't think y'all about to escape from around here. That kind of conversation. And, they greet these officers, the way I love this book. So mom, pop, what, kind of thing. And so, of course, this is a little stressful for the little girl. And it gets more stressful when the blankety blank blanks get up. And it's like, what? You know what I mean? And it turns out not only are they slave catching rotten devils, they're vampires. You know what I mean? It's like just when you think it couldn't get any worse. And so it looks like all hope is lost. They got guns, they got bullets, they ain't got no crosses. But what happens is another little African lady comes out the woods, talking to the vampire people. And they don't like what she got to say. One guy tries to swing on her. And wrong answer. And so she commences to kicking butt kicking vampire butt. And it's a I would say a prolonged fight, and the sword comes out, and she puts her handle on that hilt and flicks a little thumb, and clink. I was like, oh snap! This is about to be some Roni Kitchen up in this piece, some Samurai Jade or something. But it's a very fun book, and definitely grab the PDF. The print is coming, I believe. Let me just quickly go onto the site right quick, and just to make sure that it's available. I believe that it's available, but definitely what I did was I got the PDF over at peepgamecomics.com, peepgamecomics.com, and you can also get it at Comixology. So let's see. At the present, I'm not sure that print is available, but definitely reach out to the brother and support him over at peepgamecomics.com and grab the digital, or of course you can go into Comixology, and they have like that little guided reader, which is kind of cool. All right, family, I hope y'all enjoyed this comic. David Crownson and Courtland Ellis really did a service to us by reimagining this epic real life hero, Shiro, in the person of Harriet Tubman. So go out and support. You'll love the comic. Hey, family, thank you for joining me on this little comic book walkthrough. Of course, support the artist. You can go over to jonathansoul.com, JOHNATHANSOUL. Oh, chai, hold on. Yeah, go over there, and you can see more comic walkthroughs, and you can also listen to my my interviews. Now, my interviews, sometimes the language gets a wee bit colorful. I try to keep it clean on the comic walkthrough because I want the kids to listen to it, not little toddlers, because every now and then I slip. But yeah, you know, I want the kids to listen to it because what I'm finding is that African-American kids are starting to read comics again. White comics, basically, it's the adults. It's the old head millennials and the Generation X people like myself. They're still up in the comic book store talking smack, talking about DC, Marvel, continuity, you know what I mean, that kind of thing. It's not the kids. I haven't seen a kid on the train reading comics since never. I see adults but what I'm noticing is when I go out with my little black comics to the coffee shop, different places, that's who picks them up. You know what I mean? Hey, what's that? You know, kind of thing. I'm sending them to my cousins down south, and then the grandma calls back, can you send more? The kids love them. So I think the African American millennials are setting trends right now in media, social, the whole bit, music, of course. I think the African American children are going to set a trend for kids to read comics again, which is a beautiful thing. If you can get a kid to read, I think that's beautiful. Love you guys. Hope all your dreams come true. Follow me here on YouTube. So every Wednesday I drop this and drop another comic book walkthrough. And every Sunday on Jonathan Soul, you can listen to an interview. Love you guys. Peace.